Good morning, class. I'm an economics teacher, and today I'm here to I'm here to explain you all about the role of small scale and cottage industries. We saw the differences between small scale and cottage industries. Today we'll see what is their contribution in the development of the economy and how do they help in our country, that is the developing economy, what is their contributions. We all know that the population of the country is very high, but the employment generation is very low. So that gap is increasing and that is becoming a bit of worry for every government. No matter which government comes to the power, they have to deal with this. So small scale and cottage industries are helping hand to the government and to the population of the country by creating employment opportunities, by reducing the effect of, by reducing the pressure on land, or by reducing the gap between the rich and the poor, by becoming a helping hand to the different industries which are oriented towards the development of the economy. So we'll see the role of small scale and cottage industries. How do they cope up and what are their basic uh, objectives when they lay down or when they set up an industry in our country. It's on page number 91, page number 91. The small scale and cottage industries play an important role in the Indian economy in terms of population and employment. So there are there are two basic aims. The first is population. We have a big lot of population, and those big lot of population are dependent on this employment opportunities only. Say, more and more of industries are required so that they can create more and more of employment opportunities. So population can only live a fruitful life, can only live a happy life when they are employed. So the importance of the industries become very important for the development of the economy. So first one is employment oriented. They are employment oriented. That means these industries, whether it is a very small industry only, small scale and cottage industries are very small industry only, but some part of contributions they devote, and that is what helps the government in meeting a need of the big population. Means big population cannot be fulfilled through cottage and small scale industry only, but it is a helping hand to the government. That is what I mean to say. Big industries are required, they are very essential for the growth of the economy, but at the same time the contribution of small scale and cottage industries should not be forgotten, should not be skipped. They are a contributory hand to the government, and they are basically a helping hand which actually creates the employment opportunity at the ground level or at the rural level. And they are basically labor intensive. In case of big industries, they are capital intensive, but in case of small scale and cottage industries, these are labor intensive. Labor intensive, when I say, I mean that they employ more and more of labor. That is, they are creating more and more of employment opportunities. The second point is decentralization of industries. Decentralization of industries. These industries can be started all over the country in villages and towns. Now, these industries do not have a fixed juncture, fixed place. Like in case of big industries, they require a particular place which has all the modern facilities. All the communication channel is there, safety is there, security is there, electricity is there, water is there. When everything is there, then only they migrate to such place. That is why big industries are in the cities only, or in the urban cities only, or in the metro cities only. But as far as cottage and small scale industries are concerned, they are situated or they are set up in the small remote areas of the country. Small or remote areas of the country. That is what decentralization means, that it can be set up at the village level, at the remotest level, remotest part of the country, even in the town, even in the big cities. So there is a decentralization of the industries. Third is less pressure of population on land. There is less of pressure of population on land. Now, on land it means that less number of people will be engaged in the cultivation of crops, and there will be a shifting of the population to the other sectors even. Means less population is there, so more of output can be expected, or more of profit can be gained in that particular sector, because less competition will be there. Secondly, when the labor shift from agriculture to non-agricultural area, there will non-agricultural area will develop, and that will help the agricultural area even. So that is what it says, that less pressure on population of land. Land is not very dependent on, or land is not much dependent on major part of the population. The fourth is use of resources. Whatever resources are there in the economy, whatever resources are there in the country, those resources are should be used in the best possible manner. As far as big industries are concerned, they do not exploit the resources in the best possible manner. It is the cottage or small scale industry who actually use the resources those are locally available, those are easily available. So these industries basically participate in the exploitation of resources at the ground level or at the real level. The fifth is increase in production. These industries can be set up in short span of time. Thus, these industries start giving quick production, consequently returns to their owners. See, big industries take a lot of time for the start of a business, or for the production and conversion, and then to a final valuation of the market. It takes a lot of time because it goes on to many places, many hands, and then final conclusion comes to be drawn on. But in case of small scale or cottage industries, in a very short span of time, the result or the profit can be calculated and the income part can be generated. That is what it is, a quick business, it is a short span business which actually results in a very short span of time, which gives a result in very short span of time. The sixth is equal distribution of income and wealth. Equal distribution of income and wealth. Generally, since these industries are generally established by middle and low income groups of the society, income is more equitably distributed. See, big industries are basically set up by the high profile persons, or basically the richer class. But as far as cottage and small scale industries are concerned, it is basically set up by the middle class or the lower income groups. So when their income strata improves, when their level improves, that means the equal distribution of income will be there, and there will be less of gap between the rich and the poor, which is very fruitful, which is very sound for the development of the economy. Seventh, exports. Whenever you have a surplus of anything, you start exporting to the foreign countries or to the other places of the domestic countries. Like for example, something that is produced surplus over here in Jharkhand, that can be exported to Bihar, that can be exported to Chhattisgarh, that can be exported to Delhi, whichever place is easy for the transport, and whichever fetches higher amount of return. Same way, if the domestic population needs are fulfilled, it can be further transferred to the foreign countries. Eighth point is complementary to large industries. Complementary is an additional one. Means apart from large industries, these small industries, I told you, they are the helping hand, or they are the cooperating hand. They are the cooperating hand for the they are the cooperating hand for the economy. They actually cooperate in the development or in the growth of the economy by being a complementary hand, by being an additional hand to the society, to the economy. Ninth point is check on large scale migration of rural population. Now, since these industries or these small scale and cottage industries are set up in small places only, in remote areas of the villages only, so there is less chances of migration of laborers to the urban cities or to the metro cities. The people or the population do not migrate because they are getting ample amount of job, ample amount of employment in their own areas, so they do not migrate. So it is basically a step towards putting an end to migration. It puts an end towards migration. People do not migrate because they earn a good amount of earning at their own place, so they do not migrate to urban areas. So this was about the roles of small scale and cottage industries, how the cottage and small scale industries help in the development and growth of the economy. Tomorrow we'll see the problems. Now every coin has two sides. The other side of this, these were the helping hand, these were the contributory parts. How do they help? But there are some other aspects which we need to see, that is the other side of the same coin. So in short, we can say small scale and cottage industries are most suitable for a country like India, where capital is a scarce factor and cheap labor is available in plenty. We have less of capital and more of labor. Because population is high, that is why labors are more. But these industries need to be developed along with large industries. Now, it cannot be a lone affair. It, there needs to be a complementary hand. Means the big industries are required because whatever produce they produce, that is not a final product. I told you in the last video even, whatever produced is produced by the cottage or small scale industry is not a final one. Okay, that can be directly used by the consumer. So that is supplied to the big industries as an accessory, which actually when added up together it becomes a complete product. Like for example, I gave you example of computer. Computer had different accessories. All the accessories when assembled together it becomes a computer. That assembling is done in the big industries. As far as cottage and small scale industries are concerned, they basically start the production of all the available parts, but they do not assemble the computer. Assembling is done in the uh, big industries. So big industries is the main key holder which actually regulates the economy, but they are the helping hands. Small scale and cottage industries are helping hand. So tomorrow we'll see the problems of cotton and small scale industries and what are their solutions even. Thank you, class.